Hello friends. Welcome once again to the place where all the difficult always becomes easy. Welcome to my Blessed Crochet channel. I am Mari Rolone, and today, I am going to show you how to crochet this nice sweater. Guess which friend? With only 205 we will leave it at 205. The last part in blue are the 5G I have into it. The rest is woven with a skein. And let's go get the materials. You think it's cute, nice as always, easy I show you. Oh, how beautiful. We start. For this project I will use this type of material. In case you don't have it, don't worry, it's Angora. So you can buy it in bulk. And you can make your favorite combinations. For this purpose, it is a number one wool. Remember that we will always use materials near your home. And most importantly, that fit your pocket's needs. Let's use a 3.50mm hook. We will need 4 hearts. And let's start. This is what we are going to start for. I'm going to leave it on this side to begin with my work, and I will give you indications for size. Medium girl, big extra large 1XL. 2, 3, and 4XL seem like the beginning. Secure my first stitch. And I'm going to start knitting 1, 2, 3 chain stitches. Within this first stitch chain, I will pass. We can go through the upside down part of the chain stitch, and I'm going to start knitting a double crochet. But an elongated double crochet. Trace chain stitches. I will stop by here where the union is made. Here from side to side in this last space. Step. I close 1. I close 2. And close 2. 1, 2, 3 chain stitches. To see. So that no detail is lost at home. I pass through here. I close 1. I close 2 and close 2. And again 3 chain stitches. Step. I close 1, I close 2. And close 2. And we are going to be weaving over these spaces that we are left with. Now, how many times I will repeat this process? Okay, let's see. For the size girl you are going to leave 32. Medium and large size 36. Size XL and 2XL 40. And size 3 and 4XL we will leave you with 44 like this, and coming back. I will give you the instructions. How we are going to distribute it. Once the round is over. Or once the amount I need is finished. What I am going to do is arrange here. To keep this part even. That it will not go crooked. So that I can continue the process, I will pass. And here in the middle of the space that forms, I leave a slip stitch. Now at home you are going to measure this. If this is the neckline you want from your sweater, that is, how big you want it from. For example, let it fit you. A little bit like below the neck. Or you want it a little wider. To fit a bigger neckline. You will check the following sizes. For example, I recommend that for the size 1 you put 32. For medium and large size add 36. For size E, for example extra large, which would be the XL and the 2XL you put 40. And already for lat res and 4XL 44. Reasons such as these. And then here I have already left you the distribution. These little paquitos that we see here are corners, yes, then. For example here. This I take a screenshot or so write it down okay, it would be 3 and 4. But for example, you say no, but me with 40. The better you knit a little looser and you say, but with 40 it fits me okay. Then you select this size. Which is the extra large, XL and XL2. Even if your size is 3 and 4. I don't want my sweater so low cut. Then I leave it with these measurements yes. And the same can happen for the medium. I don't want him so low cut. And the best one you select is the small size. Yes, then so that you can take it into account at home, you're going to measure it how low cut you want it, but they are distributions then. Here you are going to start. Yes, for example, let's assume. What are you doing the size girl? Yes, then the small size. It would be like this 9595.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you start. To count for example 1. And in the one that follows you are going to put a marker on it. This applies to all sizes. This marker. This one will tell me. What is this paquito? That is a corner. And suppose you have to leave 5 for the sleeve. Then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 yes and here. You place the marker yes. If you are doing for example the medium size. What would this be? And you say is that here are 7 okay. Then you scroll through your marker for example. Then you count. Not counting this 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and here. In this one you would be placing your marker yes. Then let's put on the pants. Depending on the size you are weaving. I have already left the distribution. Here is the first distribution. And where they are going to put the pants is. For example, we count all 7 and then. Are the pants goes. And finally. Okay or a yes, they have already been well explained. Here I am going to place my pants. I already have my pants here okay. Let's continue. And for this I am going to start as follows. Here I am going to start. I'm going to knit a chain stitch after the slip stitch. And I'm going to start with a single stitch. And this bond that remains here. I'm going to take this last ribbon. To knit a single stitch. And have my first double crochet formed. Then I will knit 2 double crochets. In the same space. Now I'm going to make a chain stitch and I'm going to stop by. Here is my marker. Where this marker is I will remove it. I will be losing this wool. Here I am going to make a double crochet. Trace chain stitches. A double stitch. Three chain stitches and a double crochet. In the same space. Now we will move on. A chain stitch and I move on to this next space. And I'm going to weave 3 double crochets. So, a stitch chain. I'm going to move on to the next reason, which is this. And on it I will knit double crochet and 3 chain stitches. And in the same space double crochet. A stitch chain. I'm going to move on to the next space, which is this one. And I will knit 3 double crochets. A chain stitch and the next one. Double crochet. Trace chain stitches. And a double crochet. In the same space. A stitch chain and this. I will repeat it. Yes, it will be 3 1 fan 3 1 fan 3. A chain stitch and a fan. A double crochet with 3 chain stitches. And a double crochet. I'm going to get to the scoreboard. Once you reach where you have the marker, let's make a chain stitch. And for example, here are 3 stitches. Just like on the other side. 3 stitches yaki is the increase. 3 stitches increase 3 stitches okay. Because on the other side you also have 3 stitches and I'm going to stop by here. Where the marker is I leave a double crochet. Trace chain stitches. Double stitch. Trace chain stitches. Double crochet. And then I withdraw the scoreboard. A chain stitch and I will continue. I am going to move on to the next space. And I'm going to knit those 3 stitches. Now a very important detail. A stitch chain. I will continue the same until I reach the other marker. I will recommend to leave the beginning part on the back at the end of this round. I am going to show you. But it is important that you leave your marker behind on the back. I start with it. With the part with the measure of the back part. And then follow the sleeve and then the front part. And then follow the sleeve. And then you finish with the back part, okay? So that the beginning stays with you all the time on the back. Now I have 3 chain stitches here. Yora continues double crochet. 3 chain stitches and double crochet. I will continue until I reach the scoreboard. Again, let's start here, friends. We make a stitch chain. Are fixed again. I came here where I have the 3 stitches. And then here is the marker. And we will repeat. Double crochet, trace, chain stitches, stitch double. 3 chain stitches and double crochet. I already made this one a little faster, friends, because we already saw it in the other 2 corners. There it is, and a chain stitch. We can withdraw marker, we no longer need it. Now I am going to move on to the next one. And we start with 3 double crochets. Then 3 here. 1 corner 3 here, and I continue with the part. Double crochet 3 chain stitches and double crochet. I'm going to get to the other scoreboard. Reaching the last scoreboard. Double crochet. Trace chain stitches. Double stitch. 3 chain stitches and double crochet. A separating chain stitch, I remove my marker. And we are going to finish But we continue with 3 stitches, right? 3 double crochets. And it is a rule that before the increases I have 3 and 3. No fan but double crochet. I make a chain stitch and we continue knitting. 4 friends who ask me multiple of how much for me to know how much to put on it. Okay, you are going to knit odd, yes. This part of here, for example, has to be odd. Okay, don't stop anymore. Add the corners and paint it to your liking. Well, let's continue. Here, 3 chain stitches and double crochet. Here to finish. How do we start with these 3 stitches, all sizes? We have to end with a double crochet, 3 chain stitches and 1 double crochet in the same space. Let's knit him here. Let's knit a stitch. And then we go to make a chain stitch. Let's turn. And I'm going to slide. Sew a stitch like this. I'm going to slide up to here in the middle. Here in the center, sorry. And we are going to weave him a booth. Unsingle stitch. I take the strand a single stitch and start knitting 7 stitches. 2 because I will also count this one too. There it is. And then we make a chain stitch. Let's continue. A chain stitch and then I'm going to stop by a double hook. A chain stitch and I'm going to stop by here. And I will knit where the fans are. 7 double crochet, 1, 7 double crochet, a stitch chain, and I pass where the 3 stitches and tessue are. A double hook. A chain stitch, I pass 7 double crochet, 1, 2 chain stitch and I come here. Double crochet in the middle of those 3 stitches. A chain stitch and I repeat again. One thing I didn't tell you, friends. At the end of the round it must be said at once. Is, for example. Remember that I had told them that the part at the beginning. We'll leave it in the back part. Okay, then, what I did here. I will try to show them to you. This is the part of my start, this and here. I have a corner. This is a corner. But this part of here. This whole part here is the part on the back. This is the part of the sleeve. This is the front part. And this is the part of the next manga. Yes, then always leave here. Is at the beginning on the back. Okay, and we are, weaving on the shoulder side. Let's knit around on the right side. And around on the upside down side. Here, look, the tonality in my case. And I've already reached the corner part. In this part of the corner I am going to knit 7 double crochet. Now I knit 2 chain stitches. And I move on to this next space. And weave 7 double crochet. 5, 6, and 7 I make a chain stitch. This is the corner. And I'm going to stop by where half of it is, which is in the center stitch. I leave double crochet chain stitch and then continue with 7 double crochet dos. I make a chain stitch. I'm going to stop by here in the middle and I repeat again. This, I will do it until I reach my next corner, where we are going to repeat the same process for 5, 6, 7 chain stitch double crochet. Chain stitch. Remember that the double crochet goes in the middle of the 3 crochets, and we do 7 stitches because I have already reached the corner. Dos chain stitches. And on the other side I will do the same process. There is again the corner and the rest a chain stitch. A double hook. Una chain stitch 7 double crochet. For this, friends, you have already seen how. Let's weave the corner part. Chain stitch and double crochet I am going to show you here. As it turns out, the process okay, up to here. This is a corner. This is another corner. What I'm going to do is that I am going to complete my entire round. I want to show you friends up to this point. How is it looking? I am about to finish stitch. I leave a stitch chain. I am going to move on to this space. Where is the single stitch? I leave a slip stitch. I'm going to make a chain stitch and now I'm going to spin my knitting fabric on the right side. And here where this stitch is I make a slip stitch. I'm going to knit a stitch chain. Unsingle stitch. I take the strand. Unsingle stitch trace chain stitches. A double crochet in the same space to get started. We are all going to start the same way because we start the same way. I make a chain stitch. I'm going to stop by 1, 2 and in number 3 we are going to knit double crochet. Next double crochet stitch. Next stitch. Double crochet. A chain stitch and I'm going to pass where the 2 chain stitches are. Where are the 2 chain stitches? I leave a double crochet. Weave 3 chain stitches. And a double stitch and in the same space a double stitch. Three chain stitches 1 double crochet. To make a corner again. A chain stitch I will pass 1, 2 and number 3. Teju double crochet. Next double crochet. Next double crochet. A chain stitch. Let's pass these 2 stitches without knitting. And I pass. Where is the double crochet and on top of the double crochet? I am going to knit double crochet, trace chain stitches. And double crochet. A chain stitch and we pass 1, 2 and number 3. Double crochet. double crochet and double crochet 3. Yes. So here are 2 more to go without knitting, and at the beginning 2 without knitting. A chain stitch and we repeat double crochet. Trace chain stitches, double crochet. A stitch chain. We pass 1, 2, and we weave the following 3 stitches. 1 for each space. A chain stitch and here double crochet. 3 chain stitches and double crochet, and we come back to the corner. We make a chain stitch 1, 2, number 3. Double crochet 1, 2, 3 chain stitch. Where the corner is we knit another double crochet corner. 3 chain stitches and double crochet. 3 chain stitches and double crochet is. Then it will be double crochet 3 chain stitches double stitch. 3 chain stitches and double crochet. Yes. The one in the center has to be a double stitch. A chain stitch I'm going to pass 1, 2 and the next one. Let's weave 1, 2 and 3 and I repeat chain stitch again. Double crochet. 3 chain stitches and double crochet. Chain stitch and step 1, 2 and number 3. Now raise your hand. I raise your hand. Write me a comment. Write me a comment. Who would like to knit a cape with this stitch? Okay, but leave me your comment in a normal comment. Stop watching. Yes, then I'm going to stop by here. And I will repeat the whole round process. Look, I'm going to leave this tutorial up to here. I would like to explain in more detail the step by step. Where are you going to find part number 2, friend? Down here where the title is. Below the title says more. Click on that word and it will tell you. Part 1, part 2, part 3, okay? Now I'm going to stop by for those who want the capita. I'm going to show you a cape that I have. That I am weaving and that I will share them with you. Will probably come out before this tutorial. Or after this tutorial. But I will leave them to you. Anyway, once and for all for you to see. I will see you in the next tutorial. Let's see how the capita is looking. Remember I am working with this material, which already has the colors defined here. If I need it, I am going to add this material which is also Angora, but this time it is Angora in another brand. Okay, this one is, but I mean in case I need it. And this is the traditional Angora. The one we all buy at our grocery store. At least here in Mexico it is the traditional Angora. Let's go check out the capita and I'll wait for you for the tutorial to continue the process. In the following, I make a chain stitch. I am going to close where I have the single stitch. Con unslip stitch. And since I finished this round, the next thing I'm going to do is to move on to the next stitch. And make a slip stitch. We slide by. So much for the last stitch chain. I knit a chain stitch and let's go to Girarora for the part. On the right side, I knit a single stitch. I take the last strand of the single stitch. Teju another single stitch. This is going to count as my first stitch. And I'm going to weave this round, which is round number 2, where the 7 double crochets are woven. So I already have 2, 3. Seven 1 chain stitch I'm going to pass where the 3 stitches are. And we will knit double crochet. A chain stitch happened to me where the fan is. We knit 7 double crochets. 7-1 chain stitch. We move on to where the 3 stitches are again. And in which half of it is. I leave a double crochet. A chain stitch and we repeat. And this has to be done. Up to the 4, 5, 6, and 7 increases part. I'm going to go up to the increases part. Here to finish. Or rather, to get to where the share of the increases is. True a chain stitch and where the increases are will always be the same process. 7 double crochet. There are going to be 2 rounds, nothing more to take into account. I will explain now how. 2, 4, 5 and remember that the previous link appears where the title is. Below says more. Click 2, 4, yes, 6 and 7. We already have 7 stitches here. 2 chain stitches and pass me to the next single fan and I make 7 double crochets. A chain stitch, I'm going to go here to this space. And we will knit double crochet. A stitch chain. I move on to the next space and we weave double crochet 1. Seven 1 chain stitch and I repeat again halfway double crochet yes. Then if you look at this part of the increases is a round. Simple fan. 1 round we fill these fans. The next round simple fan. The following one we fill in the fans. In the following one we will make the simple fans, and so on. As much as you need it. The only requirement we will take into account on this occasion will be to weave a round on the right side. And knit a round on the upside down side. This for what? So that it does not get done, look when we weave. In these cases, we will almost always be a little bit like this. Then to make it all look even. Nice and do not look like a part traveled to the left side. We are going to weave it like this. 1 on the right side. And the next one on the upside down side. I am going to complete 2, 4, 6, 7 this round. You have seen how to weave the corners. And then the stitch, as he managed to realize, is super easy. Because we are also just weaving. In this case 1, 2 and we repeat. And it is only intercalated. So I will complete the round. And if any friend has any questions, I'll be back and continue a little longer. So that they can see how to finish it. And how to start each round. Here to finish. I'm going to move on to this stitch slide. And how we weave a on the front side, and another on the upside down side. I leave a stitch chain. We turn and here I pass. Back to where is the double crochet slide chain stitch. Single stitch I take the strand. Single stitch trace chain stitch as Y. In the same space. A double crochet to start with. The fan. That we had already done this one in this part of here. That would be our round 1, 2, and 3. Yes, then if you notice the stitch is interspersed. But the way you start is the same. Then we count 1, 2 and repeat again. 1, 2 and we repeat. Yes, that's all we are going to do. A chain stitch 1, 2 and in the number 3 double crochet. Double crochet. Double crochet. A stitch chain. Double crochet. Here's a little hair or something similar. double stitch, trace chain stitches, and double crochet. How nice, truth that? Yes, very nice, friends. So I invite you to practice it. A chain stitch we pass 1, 2, and in number 3 we knit 1, 2 and 3. And so we will be weaving. Then you saw that here how it is woven. Filled voids or 7-inch fans and then simple 7 fan. Simple fan and so on and here. Because in the next round the turns and continues. In the next round, which would already be this one, right? Well, I'm going to knit to the end and I'm going to come back. This is already the last round I am giving. Accompanying you. And in case anyone had any doubts, yes. But I think so far and also the beginners will have already learned. The step-by-step process is going to be very easy. I invite you to practice. And a big greeting and hug. The little ones and the little ones between 8 and 9 years old. That today I am accompanied by. Also a huge hug and 1000 thanks. For watching this video. And for trying to weave this beautiful project. I am sure it will happen to you. Super easy to weave. But the most beautiful thing is that, because at home, you will be practicing this beautiful art. What is passed down from generation to generation and that we love so much. And helps us to relax. Is also one of discipline because we are counting. So we will be working here. And by weaving they will develop their motor skills. So this is super important. For all the little ones too, to learn to knit truth. Yes, of course if they like it, well, we give them the tools. Daddies and mommies so they can start knitting. And so you can preserve this beautiful art. Well, a big kiss to all of you. I am going to go. Just a little walk around to see the closing. And the breakthrough and in a little moment I'm with you. Here to finish. We weave a stitch chain. Step. Slip. We slide until we are back inside of the triangle in this case because it would be a true fan. We call it fan of the fan. A chain stitch. And here is a single stitch. Took the strand a single stitch. And continued to complete the 7 2. Five 6 Y 7 1 chain stitch. And double crochet. And all rounds if you look here for all rounds. These 7-year-olds look like this evenly matched. These are on the upside down side. But all rounds have to be left. For example, these are 7 on the right side. And these are 3 on the upside down side. Yes, now. I am going to go the length I need and in a moment longer I will be back. I want to show you friends. Until now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 round eye. Remember friends, if you don't want a sweater that's big, in this case broad, I recommend that you keep these 32 reasons. I didn't tell you at the beginning. But I hope to tell you anyway. I think so. Make it those 32. If you already want a sweater like this Korean, there you are going to take the measurements at the beginning. If not, we would all start with the same size, okay? Well, let's continue. I'm going to leave you here, because I consider that with this amount, enough is enough. And I'm going to start with the sleeve separation. As I started here in this part, near the corner, the next thing I'm going to do is a chain stitch. And here, where is the chain stitch part 1 will pass. And I'm going to stop by. Up to here is to say we pass, this is the corner. I'm going to leave all this space without knitting. What is the sleeve part? And on the other side. So I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to show them to you more slowly. Look. There is the double truth. Is this corner. And then the other corner down here. And this is how the part of the sleeve, if you can see it, look at it. The neck part, and this is the sleeve part. Okay, so let's come by and we'll knit him. A double hook. 3 chain stitches and double crochet, and this is how it will look on me. And I'm going to pass a chain stitch 1, 2, and number 3. We weave. Sew 3 stitches. A chain stitch I pass where the double crochet is. Double crochet. 3 chain stitches and double crochet, yes, but the detail is that so it's going to be in the part under my arm. Or under the armhole. And I had 1, 2, 3 left. 10 reasons for the sleeve part, okay. Then it would look like superculous. Small and medium size. I recommend this amount. Already the big and the extra big. Leave 2 more rounds to go in this round, okay. Leave this round 1 more. And to stay here again for the closing. I will continue here weaving as appropriate until reaching. I'm going to knit this whole part to the next corner. I want to show you, we already have the closing of this first set. Here is the kanisu part, and I've already reached the other side. Yes, and we must close our next sleeve. So here I go. On the one hand we turn it like this. Not like this, because it will not look good like this. We have to turn it a little. In this way. We move on to the middle. And we knit double crochet. Trace chain stitches. And double crochet in the same space. E is made or formed. Our next manga. So here we have the kanisu. And then on the other side the next sleeve, right. Okay, now let's continue a chain stitch, we pass 1, 2. And we repeat again until we complete the entire round. I will continue to weave, a round on the right side. And a round on the upside down side. I will complete this round, in case there is any doubt about the bottom of the sisa, but you saw that already. Already squared, truth is to say we have 3 to see here, 3. Triangle or sari fan. And 3 goes round. Here to end the round. I am going to make the closure. I'm going to slide the 3 stitches that are from the fan. A stitch chain. Yora on the right side. We have already started to knit the single stitch. L single stitch Y. 6 and 7 stitches, yes. Also counting this one that I just, which are 2 single stitch 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 and already a chain stitch. And continue double crochet chain stitch. And on this occasion it is my turn to make 7 double crochet 4 5 stuffing or fan. 6 and 7 and remember friends, if they missed the previous part, where you will find it is the title below. Friends, below the title says more. Click on where it says more. Here you will find the previous video. A stitch chain. And we continue. I will arrive. I'm going to knit from here to where it's under the armhole. And return. Here I am already arriving at the part where the sisa is. Or under the arm. And if you notice, we will continue to weave normally. Here I have the stitch here, the 7 double crochets. If you noticed, there was no reflection in this part 3 4. 7 double crochet. 1 chain stitch and I move on to the next stitch, double crochet. Chain stitch and we repeat again. And so nice and easy. I Casada, tell me friend how you are doing. By the way, I show you. These nice keychains are now available on my channel. So you can knit them and carry them in your bag. But also so that you can give them away. Sell or whatever you prefer. I had been told that they like it. To give it to the interpreter of the daughters. From a little friend who wrote to us here at the channel, but they are now available. And I'm going to leave you a playlist below of in the first fixed comment of Christmas things. Christmas stuff and things to sell. As well as pencils in the form of roses. And many more things. It's okay. Then let's do the following. What I'm going to do is to goad. I will advance the length I need. And in a little while I'll be back with you. I want to show you friends up to this point. I've already finished the part here under my arm. And as I told you, this one looks like this. A little bit loose. But remember that you can make it smaller. For example, that is a size of medium girl. And this is how it is becoming. And on the upside down side, I am going to show you. This is how it will look like. Is to contain it, and you can also place it in the. Remember that less quantity here goes. Or another of the options is to start knitting it with a smaller hook. But well, at home you decide it. I will continue, and I'll be back in a little while longer, and I show you how it is turning out. I want to show you friends. Already the advance that I already have. You can already see it. This is what I have left. And the sleeves are still missing. On this occasion I am left with blue, white and gray. And I already have the length I need. I'm not going to do anything else, my friends. I was thinking of put the elastic on the bottom, but this time I am going to leave it like this. I think it is very nice. It's really cute friends in spite of it, look at it. Even though the material is thin, it feels good. But very chubby. Oh, how delicious. And let's see how long I'm going to leave him out. From the side. All the way down measures 56 centimeters. 56 centimeters, 22 inches, but you can make it longer. This depends on your height. You can leave it up to 60 centimeters you think. And here's how I ended up with this round. I'm going to show them to you up close. There it is, I finished until this little turn. And I think I'm going to leave him like this. I will not put it anymore. Because it would already be like charging it. Then I say not like this to make it look nice. On this occasion, there are other little ones I have already shared with you. Want to see them at once? Look, I'm going to share the last ones I have shared with you. Look friends, I am going to show you. This one has the elastic on the neck part, but it also has the elastic at the bottom. In case you want to do it like this. Well, you know. You go and visit my channel, which is super beautiful. And let's continue, do you think? Here I am going to make a chain stitch and I am going to cut. And we are going to go for the sleeve part. I'm going to let it happen a little bit like that sound, outside and back with the cuffs. It seems to you. Now let's check. Let's start with the sleeve part. As I stayed in this part, which are of the increases, we have to start on the part here. I'm going to pass on the inside part. If you want the sleeve to become smaller, uses half a smaller number. And then use a smaller one again. Until I close you. For example, here in this part 1 I'm going to continue with the same. I make the single stitch, the other single stitch, and I pass the next stitch, and we knit double crochet and double crochet. I'm going to lose this one later. Now I knit a chain stitch. I'm going to stop by here in the middle. Here where the union was. And here you can see this reason, look at. I'm going to see if I can open it a little bit. Here where the union is. There I will knit a double hook. Trace chain stitches. And a double crochet. A chain stitch 1, 2, and number 3. We make a double crochet. For each space that are 3. And this is how it stayed under our arm. I make a chain stitch, I move on to the next space. 3 and I repeat again. A chain stitch, step 1, 2. And in number here are 3. I repeat this again. Well, you know what it will be until the round is completed. Here to finish I will knit a chain stitch. I'm going to move on to the next stitch. Double crochet, trace chain stitches, white double crochet. A chain stitch, I'm going to pass to where the single stitch is. And here is a slip stitch. A chain stitch. And look at this is the remaining width of the sleeve, so I think it is wide. Therefore, I am going to change the hook. As I had told you, it is always good. It was the other way around, a next one is always good. Option then I will change to this 3 millimeters. I was knitting with the 3.5 one. I started the manga, Yora in this case. Here we are going to slide back a little bit. Do not press the stitch. Here and I'm going to start here. Unsingle stitch. 1 Kepperton, another single stitch, and here I start 2. A stitch chain. Next stitch, double crochet. Yes, this is how we are going to start. For this round, remember that we will continue to weave a round on the right side and a round on the upside down side. I will complete my entire round. This will already be the same as the bottom part. Complete round. Here I have already finished the round. If you look at it, it has decreased a little. And I can even leave it in the number. For example, if I have 0.3, I can switch to 2.5. Here I close. And we are back to weaving, as we were doing at the bottom. We make the chain stitch. We turn slide to the center stitch, chain stitch. Single stitch, single stitch. 3 chain stitches, and I repeat chain stitch again. And 1, 2, and number 3. I repeat, because this must be made more expensive, friends and friends. You have to put it out of the curve, you know how to knit the rest of it. And for incoming friends. You're coming, you missed part 1. Don't worry. Previous videos will appear. Where is the title? Here is the title and below. Below the title it says more, click. There you will find yourself. The following tutorial. Well, I'm going to get a lit lead of myself in the meantime. And in a little while I will see them. I think that if I want to reduce a little bit, I'm going to change the hook to 2.5, but I will tell you that, by being a little more read of the curve. I want to show you friends, how the final result of our beautiful sweater. What do you think? I quite liked the way. The last reason I left it here. That are, in the open fans, which are the stitches of 7. But if you look here at this part as well. Friends, I'm going to lose it now. This little piece of wool that I have left. It has also looked like this with the fans, nothing more. Is superb. Even though the material is very thin, is very horny. That's what I liked. It was very, very chubby. Look here, I still have the strands. And I really liked the process at home. Leave me your comment what you thought. But now you think. If we are going to see how it looks on, do you think so? I liked it a lot, but you know what was the best thing? It with 205G. Okay, 205G, this is the extra I put on it. We're in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, and on the other side also yes. This was the extra I put. Everything else was coming included in the same material. So look at this one, it's a little bit similar to this one. So it was left, yes. And I thought I was going to miss it a little longer. But it was not necessary. I didn't need anything else. So this is how I'm going to leave it, but let's see what it looks like on. And if you would like things this nice like this, remember to leave a like. I'm going to show you again what the poncho looks like, which is with the same stitch, so that you can also be encouraged to weave it, do you think? Well, come on, let's go there. Nice. Easy.